Guys, this is a treat by Ford. So basically, this is the person who doesn't want the Dark Horse SC, but wants a really beautifully set up Mustang GT from the factory from Ford. So that includes suspension, wheels, tires, Whipple, calibration, and it really is put together.
Ready? Go.
What is up, fam? Hope this message finds you all well and in great spirits. We are going to Detroit, Michigan today. Yes, we just got here to beautiful Florida, but we had been invited by Ford for what they're offering now, our bought, not built idea. Now, what does that mean? So basically what Ford is saying is, get these models from us, get your power, get your warranty, and all comes from the dealer. What is that? Well, they have a Mustang, they're calling the FP800s, which will drive, which is an 800 horsepower Mustang Whipple with the warranty and stick shift.
Go ahead and go when you're ready.
And a F-150 with the Whipple with a warranty, and it's supposedly faster than a regular Mustang 0 to 60. So
Bone stock F-150 Lobo, except for one key thing, which is under the hood is the same 3-liter Whipple supercharger.
yeah, I gave it the beans on that one. That was great. We're gonna go to Detroit, we're gonna test it out, and we're gonna come back here at the end. All right, guys, before we go any further in today's video, once again, Wolfbox is the way to go. I don't have that weird mechanism in here that you open up, but what I do have, because it's got the carbon fiber cover, get up in here, bada bing, bada boom, and I can get into my bed. So check it out, stow and go. Really cool, really easy. Let me show this to you guys in use. Kick down. Got some trash here. Open up. This is for all the trucks that don't have, or you can do extra part to yours. Come on up. Gotta throw some stuff out here. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Got it, Kobe. Made the shot. And look, see, we're right here. Get down from the step. Away we go. Kick it up. Good to go. What is up, fam? We are in Detroit to be driving the new Ford custom garage vehicle. You can spec your car out the way you want. This is truly bought versus built.
Upstairs, you got it. All right, how are you?
So we like to say there's no right way to be an enthusiast, there's only your way. And Ford Customization's mission is to help us do that for you. And we've never had a Ford showroom as prime for this as we have today. That Ford has ever had, and because of that, it's no surprise that 46% of our customers are personalizing in some form. And we look at the next, they don't actually want to deal with the aftermarket, they want an easy button. So that's why we introduced the Custom Garage. What the Custom Garage is we take our massive catalog of genuine Ford accessories and Ford racing parts, we combine them and curate them into a complete turnkey package.
Guys, this is a treat by Ford. So basically, this is the person who doesn't want the Dark Horse SC, but wants a really beautifully set up Mustang GT from the factory from Ford. So that includes suspension, wheels, tires, Whipple, calibration, and it really is put together wonderfully by Ford. We're gonna drive it today and showcase it to you. It has the Ford Performance Recaros, the carbon fiber, but man, stick shift is the way I would get this, guys. This is how you really get the driver's experience from it, and I really had a treat, and I can't wait to show you the video of me driving it. but it sends it hooks, it books, very confidence inspiring, and it sounds tremendous. And what's great about this is also emissions legal, so don't worry about registration. It's all good. And what Ford is saying is you can take this for service to your dealership. You get a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, and it's phenomenal. These two cars here, this car here is an automatic, so we're gonna see it launch right now. Nice. All right, I'm here with
Stephen Taylor.
and we're talking about the Mustang FP800s. I just drove it. Now, how do I get it?
So go to your dealership, you tell them you want an FP800s, you pick your colorway. We have the bronze, the battleship gray, or the black, and that's it. It's the easy button for 800 plus horsepower.
Wow.
Badass looks, ready to go.
So if, you're not really in the market for a Dark Horse SC or a Dark Horse, but you want the boosted GT, but built for you by Ford, that's the one to go for.
This is it,
Okay.
and you can get our manual transmission with it. So
All
for
right.
the real enthusiasts out there, you want your manual with a supercharger, this is your ticket right here.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. We're going to do a driver along with it. I'll let you know what I think about it. But there is the FP800S.
That's right.
Thanks,
Once we
bro.
get off the clutch, please put your foot on that dead pedal, which is on the left side of the floor there. That's the dead pedal.
Okay.
Don't ride above the clutch because we don't want you accidentally pushing the clutch in a turn.
Okay.
Put us into a spin easily. So go ahead, fire it up. Hit my mode button there. Right there.
All right, drivers and coaches, this is Matthew. I'm right at the front here. I'm going to wave you guys
There we go.
out.
Hold it in
We're going to
sport.
space you guys out
Sport
so
or
you
track?
have room to run.
Sport.
And when you're at the flagpoles, I'll either stage you and say you can continue, or else we're going to wait and hold. And in sport mode, give me a thumbs up, please. All right, great car, you may begin.
Go,
Go ahead.
go, go, go.
Get it in a second.
Slow it down now. Slow it down. Real slow. Down to second gear. Go. Ready? Go. Slow down and downshift. Right. Now let's get third gear this time. Ready? Go, 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 go. All right.
Nice.
All right, slow it down.
Thanks. Sorry.
Let you extend that one a little bit, buddy.
Well, guys, I want to do a quick recap of that drive I had with the FP800S, and kudos to Ford. Very well put together. I was most impressed with suspension and putting the power down. Some things, of course, I wanted, always more power control. Definitely can use an MGW short shifter, in my opinion, and I would prefer not the MT2, but the Tremec and the Dark Horse for stick shift. And I want to do some things, of course. And we'll talk about this at the end of the video. Want to definitely have E85 turned up, pulley down, but of course you lose the warranty. So we'll talk about that more. But overall, to get a vehicle from Ford with the reliance of a factory, with a 93 tune on there, with Whipple, with suspension, with stick shift, and that special package, I think Ford's going in the right direction. So I really did enjoy it, but in my opinion, there's definitely more I wanted to add. But let's talk about more from Ford about what the FP800S entails. Let's go.
Hello everybody, welcome. We're glad to share with you guys our fun stuff here, and you're going to be having fun here shortly. So let's talk about the supercharger. Many of you probably are familiar with Whipple superchargers. This particular unit is their Gen 6 level, 3-liter displacement. Makes 800 horsepower, 615 foot-pounds of torque. With Performance Pack, which is the active exhaust, you get another 10 horsepower because the back pressure is lower. And plus we're 50 state legal emissions as well. With the Whipple supercharger, some people are not familiar with it. We have a cutaway over at the trailer there that you'll be able to look at if you want to see the detail. But the Whipple supercharger has a patented dual cooling feature. So the air that goes into the engine gets compressed, it goes through the middle of the cooling brick, it hits the lid, and then the air goes back down through the cooling brick. So the air charge is cooled twice before it goes into the engine. Why is that important? Well, if it's 80 degrees outside here, you go through the rotor set and you compress the air spikes to about 300 degrees. When it goes through the first cooling brick, it drops significantly, let's say 175 degrees. When it goes through the second pass of the cooling brick, it actually comes down near ambient again. So it's hugely efficient in terms of temperature, and those that know superchargers, that is a major.
So what we did is, because this is a unique feature on the engine, we made some unique features that are exclusive to FP800s. It's not available on GT, Dark Horse, any of those. And so we added 3 different aspects to the suspension. So we added new stabilizer bars. These are the largest stabilizer bars that will package under Mustang. And we have each bar has adjustment. The front has 4 notches for adjustment. The rear has 3 notches for adjustment. The spring rates, we increased spring rates to about 30% over Dark Horse with the handling pack. So we have much higher spring rates in here to make this thing handle and to hold up all the weight. Additionally, we have 2 different types of Mustang here today in front of you. The gray car and the white car are our Magna-Ride Mustangs, which have a electronically controlled suspension, and then we've got a passive suspension here. So one of the things that we also did for the Magna-Ride cars, we have a unique to FP800s, you can't get it on any other car, suspension calibration. There's 3 basic modes for you to know about today, which is your normal, your sport, and your track. And each one of those modes adds a little bit of stiffness to the ride. It also affects the throttle mapping and assists with the control of the car. So you'll notice out on normal mode, because we've increased spring rates so much, what we've done is in our Magna-Ride Cal for normal, we've made it so it's still streetable, it's daily drivable, it doesn't beat you up when you drive, it's not fatiguing. But when you're out in the countryside carving corners, you go to sport mode, it stiffens things up, gives you a much more taut, responsive feel. When you're at the track or you're doing some more spirited driving, which we don't recommend on public roads, go to track mode, it's the ultimate. Gives you a very firm handling suspension, alters the balance, makes the nose behave a little bit more, it communicates more with the driver. And so with all these components that we've put together, we optimize them for the additional weight that comes with the supercharger and the additional width in the tires, the additional grip. And so we have optimized these packages, these suspension components, just specifically for FP800s.
All right, so as you can see, Ford is really about what's happening with where we're big here is the aftermarket. We love getting our Mustang stock. We love going from mild to wild, suspension, wheels, carbon, power, tuning, but Ford says no. They know the aftermarket is crazy. You saw statistics, billions of dollars, so they want a piece of that pie. That piece of the pie comes from using people like me to tell you that you can go to your dealer, order an FP800s, which is a Whipple 800 horsepower GT Mustang, and get the reliance of a factory warranty. Now, I would say it's great to get maybe an FP800s Whipple stick shift Mustang, enjoy it for 3 years with the warranty, enjoy the 800 horsepower, and then when it expires, then you add the fuel system, the E85, the carbon fiber drive shaft, the half shafts, all the good stuff that you want to really turn it up with. So there's options out there. Kudos for Ford even offering this, but they do see the potential of what we do with aftermarket. But I appreciate that.
Right over here, this is an FP700s. So this is based on an F-150, of course. It is a complete vehicle package. It's designed to give you horsepower, control, speed, functionality, all of this in one ready-made package for your truck. This is a bone stock F-150 Lobo, except for one key thing, which is under the hood is the same 3-liter Whipple supercharger. So 700 horsepower, 580 pound-feet of torque. Other than that, factory truck. The point we're highlighting is you can add a Ford Racing Parts supercharger to any F-150 with a 5-liter engine, regardless of configuration. Same for your Mustang as well. We offer that as an add-on too. So this gives you an idea of some of the possibilities there. And we have one out on track for you guys to try out.
Okay, so what I do need to do is I like this lowering setup. So this is convenient to what we had so you can take a look. So this is a Lobo. Interesting. This is a Lobo kit. You can actually get that QR code there. But this Lobo is it's what you want. You got the screens and you got the power. And you can do it. All right, Dorian, I'm going to race the FP700S single cab.